There we go. Good evening, peeps.
Hello.
And I am, of course, joined by NSeeker707. Seeker, how are you?
I am fantastic in yourself.
I'm lovely. I'm lovely. You know what I just realized, though?
What's that?
I realized, first of all, we've got to mention this, right? We've got to say hi and welcome. We haven't had a recap show in 2 weeks because
Yes.
we've had issues. Not our issues, but general issues. We've had
No, we
PS
don't have we don't have issues.
We've had issues, right? We've had PSN issues, we've had match rescheduling issues, we've had, and I'm lying, we actually did have some internet issues and some YouTube issues as well. Nonetheless, we haven't had a recap show in 2 weeks, so it feels like a freaking lifetime. Now, why am I pointing that out? Because you had a birthday in the last 2 weeks, didn't you?
No, really?
and I didn't get and I didn't get to sing happy birthday. Well, I did actually sing happy birthday, but I didn't get to sing it on the stream. So for those of you who have tuned in or wanted to tune in to hear me sing, sorry for you.
I actually remember there was a query about whether or not you were going to sing happy birthday on the stream.
Yes, the singing is not going to happen on the stream because I generally like my audience and don't prefer to torture them to death, right? But none.
Nevertheless, yeah, the community made such an awesome effort in that video that they posted. Oh, I
It
was in tears. I was like, oh my
It
gosh,
was
that's so
great, right? I think it
precious.
was it
Oh,
was so well done. Of course, it was Little Green Monster leading the charge there, right?
yes, she did a fantastic job.
She
And
absolutely did, and it was great. It was so great. There was a lot of pictures, a lot of well wishes, and it was quite a long video as well. I remember watching it, starting drinking a cup of coffee, and by the time it was finished, I only finished the cup of coffee. So it was a proper birthday video.
Yeah, it was lovely. Thank you to everybody who was involved there. It really made my day. Made me feel so special,
Absolutely,
guys.
absolutely. And of course, we're joined by Wand on the stream already. How's it, Wand?
Hello,
How are
one.
you? All good, all good. So, what a full show we have actually, right? I mean, obviously, this is the recap show, so we do need to talk about the games and the tournament that's ongoing and where we are. And of course, we are in the final week, right? And we'll talk a little bit about that, give everybody an update in terms of the Underdogs Cup, of where we are, the placement, how we got there, and then, of course, also talking about the final. But then we have a bunch of other stuff to talk about as well, right? Which is happening in the community at the moment and very exciting. And then we also need to give some sneaky information in terms of what's coming up for Battlefield, for our planning at least for Battlefield 5, right?
Yes.
What did,
Yay, you're so excited.
yeah, what did I miss? Did I miss anything? No. But we have in the meantime been joined by Lisa and Francois. How's it, guys? How are you? And happy that
Hi.
you can join us on the stream.
And I'm actually very excited that Francois has joined us as well because he's part of some of that stuff that's also going on later.
Oh
Dun dun
yes, of
dun.
course. So we definitely need to now talk about that, right? If I was
You,
gonna
you,
sneak it out, then you wouldn't let me
yeah,
now.
yeah.
All right, that's great. That's great. But I mean, it's a relatively packed show tonight. Again, guys, if you are joining us for the show tonight, you are joining us for the recap show. If you're already subscribed to the channel, that's great. If you are not, please remember to give us a like on this video if you like what we're doing, and also hit that little subscribe button and the little bell to get your notifications whenever we go online. It's highly appreciated. Of course, as always, I do ask that if you guys are watching the stream to give us some feedback, whether we're audible and the video is good and that sort of stuff. So if you could let me know in the stream comments about that as well, that would be great. But I think we need to get on to why we are here, right?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Underdogs.
So, of course, the first thing we're going to talk about tonight is the Underdogs Cup that's currently ongoing. So, of course, we started off originally in the Happy Gaming tournament with it was what, 12 teams?
You put me on the spot now, but yes, I think so.
No, I know the answer. So we originally
Yeah.
started off with 12 teams, and of course we went through those knockout phases of the 12 teams, and eventually ended up with the Monkeys winning the Happy Gaming tournament. But of course, a prerequisite to enter the Underdogs Cup was that you had to either fall out in the first round or the first draw round within the Happy Gaming tournament, and you were then on the invitee list for the Underdogs Cup. And of course, the Underdogs Cup started out with those original 6 teams, right? 8 teams.
Yes, that's correct.
No, 6 teams.
6 teams.
Right. No, it wasn't. It was 8.
Yes, it was 8 because
It
of the 2
was
extra
8,
teams.
it's
Yes, so they got the buys. Yes.
There we go. The 2 teams that got the buys, right? So, of course, those original teams were Bob, GSE, EVL, THC, Red, Bar, SOA, and GSG, which is the girls' team. And you can see the knockout table on your screen there now if you're looking at it. And that's, of course, how we progressed through the last couple of weeks. Now, of course, as I said, we haven't had a recap show in the last 2 weeks, so we pretty much had one just before the tournament started, and of course now we have one just before the final, which is pretty appropriate because of those PSN issues and the match reschedules and the timetables and that sort of thing. But I'm quite happy with the way it turned out, and of course that brings us on to the final, right, which is happening tomorrow night.
Yes, it is. We're super stoked to play tomorrow night. Can't wait.
And of course, you are playing, right? Because the final tomorrow
am.
night for the Underdogs Cup will be between GSE and GSG. I'm going to have a tough time. I'm going to be streaming that match, by the way, and I'll be streaming it with Pondo and
Yes.
with I think
I think, yeah, I think Dragon's going to be joining
I
you
think
as well.
Dragon Lee is joining us as well, right?
No, Dragonfire Shark.
Sorry, Dragonfire Shark. Sorry, wrong dragon.
Wrong plan.
So Dragonfire Shark and Pondu will be joining me on the stream tomorrow night. So I mean that's going to be fun. It always is with those guys around. And of course you're not joining because you're playing. You're playing for the girls team, right? And you're going up
Yes.
against the boys of GSE.
Yes.
I'm gonna have
boys versus girls. Woo woo.
It is boys versus girls, right? But I'm going to have to find a way to sort of talk about that tomorrow night because I can't keep saying GSE and GSG. You know, I go wrong with that all the time.
And you know what the worst part is?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that the names are actually Gunslinger Elite and Gunslinger Girls.
I know, so I can't even do games. Maybe I'll do elites and girls. I think that could work.
The boys and the girls. I
Boys
suppose.
and the girls, I guess, is better. But yeah, because the GSE don't have any girls playing in their team,
I
right?
don't think so. They can correct us if I'm wrong, but I don't think they do. Not in this tournament, at
Well,
least.
okay, in that case, then boys and girls will work. So I reckon that's okay. Yeah?
Yeah.
But I'm super stoked. I'm super excited to be doing this match tomorrow night. I think it's going to be crazy good. And I mean, I've been watching the girls progress not only through the Happy Gaming Cup, but also onto the Underdogs Cup. And progressively, they're just getting better and better, right? Of
Well,
course,
thank you.
of course, you now have to say yes, that's true because you play
Yes,
for them,
yes.
which I
We're
understand.
doing
Right?
fantastically.
Anyway, guys, if you are then looking at the knockout table there, of course, that is how we got to the final. And the final being played tomorrow night, that is at 9 o'clock. It will be streamed again by myself, but I will be joined tomorrow night by 2 guests, which is Pondo and Dragon will join me as well. And that will be for the Underdogs T8 Domination final tournament. Now, talking about what's happening, and of course, we will post this information out tomorrow on the page as well. But talking about that, that leads me on to the timetables, right? Because if we look at the planning, if you guys are following with me, I mean, originally we started this knockout tournament around May. That was the week of the 6th to the 11th of May. And we've gone through this whole cycle. And of course, now where we are now here at the end of June. Now, you will see that we are slightly, actually 1 week, give and take, pretty much in front of our schedule, right? Because the final was due to be played on the week of the 1st to the 6th of July, and of course we are now going to play it now in this week. So we will have a little bit of an extra week, but there's a good reason for that, and we're quite happy that we actually have that little bit of extra time in there, and that is because of what's going to be happening with the exhibition match, right? And
Yes.
that is the exhibition match that's going to be happening in the week of the 8th to the 13th. Now, if you have not been following along all the time, what the exhibition match is that the exhibition match will actually be the game, or it's pretty much a friendly, actually. That's what it is, right? Between the winners of the Happy Gaming TA Dom and the winners of the Underdog Cup. And it is really a game for fun and, well, primarily to do something special in. And we're going to get to, what that something special is in a moment, right? So I don't know. Let's talk about what the something special is. So before I go off that, guys, just remember that the exhibition match there is on the week of the 8th to the 13th. So just bear that in mind. If I take it off the screen now, because I'm going to hand over to Sika to tell us what the something special is. And Sika, I'm going to pull up a very nice purple little banner here, and then give you an opportunity to tell us what is it all about.
All right, so I've had an amazing opportunity which has been given to me by Apex Hub. At the moment, they are running an initiative called Creators United. Now, Creators United is basically a organization which takes creators that are doing like obviously YouTube stuff, streamers, that kind of thing, and gives them a platform to actually be showcased. Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff included in the Creators United, and I will be posting out more information as it comes through because there will be schedules that go up and that. But basically, there's a 24-hour live charity stream which is going to be happening. And if you can see, I think it's on the screen as well, the date. Is it on that?
No, it is not actually.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 26th and 27th of July. Uh, if my memory serves correct. I'm getting old, okay? It was my
No,
birthday
no, I
not
think
too long
your
ago.
no, no, I think your memory serves you correctly.
So during this 24-hour stream, there will be different segments, there will be interviews, there will be lots of different things happening, lots of different people getting involved there as well. I think there's about 40 different creators which are actually going to be involved in that.
That's
And
great.
yeah, so actually part of that is that all this money that's going to be raised for this charity stream is going towards a very special foundation.
Aha.
So I know you also quite clued up on this foundation, and we've been chatting about it as well, which will lead us into what we are going to announce now. So I don't know if you want to take it from there. Now you've got some cute little things to put up there.
Of course I do. So here's the important thing, right? The important thing is that you mentioned that this particular 24-hour stream will be happening on the 27th, 28th. Um, but of course, our charity or our exhibition match is happening in the week of the 8th, right? So it's give and take about 2 weeks before.
Yes.
Now, the reason why we're doing it 2 weeks before, and the reason why we are doing it with the specific exhibition match, is because we are also going to host the exhibition match as a charity stream in support of what the Creators United are doing in terms of being superheroes for charity, because we really do think it's a really great event. And while we're talking about it on the stream now, I see that Francois is actually confirming for us. It is this 27th of July, and it will start at 10. Now I assume that's 10 at night, and
I think 10 a.m. and then it goes through till the next morning.
oh, that's great. That's even better. I like the early morning start and then going through to the next early morning. So that will be on the 27th of July. Now, even though that event is happening in isolation, from our side, we would like to support as best we can. So we will, of course, then use the exhibition match that we are holding to support the same charity for the Creators United as well, right? Now, that charity that we will be supporting during that stream is, of course, the Abram Kriel Kinreis, or Bambanani, as it's also known, right? And what you guys can see is we did a little thing on the screen there with some of the photos of the kids and that sort of stuff. And on during the exhibition match, or what we will from now on be calling the charity stream, we will make some functionalities available for people to be able to donate directly to the charity while we are doing the stream as well. Of course, we don't come close in terms of having it a 24-hour stream, but of
Not yet.
course not yet anyway. But we try and do our bit as well. So guys, if you are watching the stream with us tonight, again, thank you very much for joining. Please put this sort of week down. It's the week of the 8th of July. We will be having our first ever charity stream, on the Clan Wars channel. And we're going to talk a little bit now, after we've talked about this, in terms of some of the new things that we have implemented on the website recently, specifically in preparation for Battlefield 5, and for getting some of the teams on board and registration and some new links. And of course, one of the functionalities that we've now also made available is the ability to link these up to charity organizations, to be able to have our community, do direct donations and with as little effort and trouble as possible, right? So that's also in place. Now,
Yay!
now, of course, in terms of mentioning that, I just have to call out that, a couple of weeks ago, we announced that Clan Wars has officially been registered as a NPC, and we've been registered through the CIPC, or the company's intellectual property, the company's intellectual properties and Companies Act. There we go. I think I'm saying that right.
That's a
I
mouthful.
hope so. It is a mouthful, yes. But we've been officially registered as an NPC, so we have a registration number and audit trails and all sorts of things like that, which has enabled us to, get on board with some of these very cool things that I think the community is doing. And again, a shout out to Nexus Hub, specifically, which I believe is the primary driving force behind this initiative. Correct, Sika?
Yes, yeah. That the main sort of organization running it is Creators United.
All right, great. It's great to hear that there's people out in the community that have the same mindset as us, right?
Yes, yeah.
That want to use what we do, having fun and that sort of stuff for the greater good. We've talked about this several times over the last couple of weeks when we talked about the NPC and being announced as an NPC and that sort of thing. But it's great to see it actually, being actioned, and it's for a good cause, right? And at the end, not everybody is as fortunate as everybody else, right? So we do our bit. That's what it's about.
No, it's about creating a family, and not only within the clans that we play in and all that sort of thing, but broadening it a bit and sharing the love that we have for each other and the love that we have in our clans and our community, and actually using it to better other people's lives.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, so as a last point, two things, very important things happening. Of course, the first one coming up will be during that week of the 8th of July. And that will be the charity stream that we will be holding with the exhibition match from the Underdogs Cup and the Happy Gaming Tournament. And then, of course, the other event happening will be on the 27th, starting at 10 in the morning. And that will be the Superheroes for Charity, driven by the Creators United. And that will be happening, if location base wise, from the Nexus Hub here in Randburg. And that'll be a 24-hour stream, and it will also be a charity stream supporting the same cause. So that is absolutely great to talk about. It's always nice to talk about stuff like this, right? The
It
game's
is.
great, but giving back is what it's about. Come on, right?
Yeah. And of course, I'm super excited to get involved in this. Can't wait for the stream. Woo!
Absolutely, absolutely. So there we go. Those are the two very big announcements that we wanted to make tonight. Besides, of course, the final. So that's three announcements for the night down so far. And I think the one thing that I do want to talk about still tonight is the changes that everybody might have seen and noticed in terms of what's happening in the community and specifically on the website, right? And if you don't know what website I'm talking about, that is www.bfclanwars.net. I'm going to say it slowly again. www.bfclanwars.net. Okay, if you don't know it, please go and check it out. If you do know it, that's great. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to the website because I would like to just talk through a couple of cool things and then make a very nice announcement about some cool stuff that we have brought onto the website recently, right? So if we give it a second to load. So the first thing that you guys will see is that if you are now going to the website and you are not a registered member, a little pop-up like that will happen that will ask you to please go and register. If you are already registered, you can simply, of course, close that and then go to the log on indicator here on the top right hand corner. Now, I'm not going to log on now because I'm online and these things display passwords and usernames. But
Put your hands over the screen. No one will see.
oh yes, of course, that will help. But then, of course, if you are not registered as yet, please go and do so. Register, and then you click on log on, and that will allow you certain access to some parts of the site which unregistered members do not have access to. But I think it's very important to maybe mention this. I didn't really want to mention it tonight because I know we were going to put it out in a post later on and that sort of thing. But guys, the reason why we are doing this is very much in preparation for what is coming with Battlefield 5 once the RSPs are available and we can start organizing tournaments and leagues and matches on the Battlefield 5 platform. We have realigned the site to be able to do better player tracking. And that needs for us to be able to have players log in to be able to do that tracking, right? So in preparation, we will announce it later again, or not announce it, but we will remind you guys later again. But for Battlefield 5, if you're planning to partake competitively, you will have to go and register, unfortunately. The site will not work with the same functionality as it did previously. It's been heavily upgraded on the back end. For various reasons and to be able to do various things and capabilities and that sort of stuff. And of course, for that, you will have to go and register. Now, something that I want to just point out is that what is not on the menu bar at the moment and what you will see coming to the menu bar in the next couple of days is a link, and it might actually be under the section called Help Us, or I might just put it on the main bar. I don't know yet. But the link will say a charity stream, and that is the same link that you will be able to use on the night of the charity stream to do direct donations. We have invested a little bit of money and made sure that we are linked up to one of the most trusted payment gateways that South Africa currently has to offer. So those links are already built at the back end and linked in, and it will allow you to do those direct donations to the charity. But we will explain a little bit more when we get closer to the time, and possibly on the recap show either on the weekend or next week. I will give a little bit more detail around exactly how that will work. But if you are watching the stream, please remember to come out and support us that evening, specifically for that charity stream. Yo, I've been talking a lot now. Right, so very quickly over the menu bars then. Guys, you will still find the old information exactly where it was under leagues and tournaments. You will find the event list, the rules, the Premier League, T5 and the solo events. Of course, we are talking about the Underdogs Cup tonight, and we are in the final week. The final, of course, happening tomorrow night at 9. I will be streaming it, joined by two guests, which will be Pondo and Dragon, so they will both be joining me. And of course, if you go and you click on that link, you will see it on your screen now. There's all the information regarding the Underdogs Cup, the league table, the knockout table, and of course how we got to this point in the competition, so as a matter of interest. But something very cool to call out, right? We also have a little bit of a fun section on the website now, and there we go. And if you guys go to the section called News, you will see right at the bottom there's a little tab there called Fun Stuff, and some of you have already partaken in the fun stuff part earlier in the week, and actually starting out at the end of last week, which was the little thing we posted on what personality you are of Battlefield, right? And if you missed it on Facebook, you can go and do it on the page. It's a little fun thing to do to tell you what your real Battlefield personality is. You just click the start button there, follow the questionnaire, and it will tell you all about what you are hiding from other people.
There's just a quick one. There's a question on the chat whether US dollars will be available for the charity stream as well.
So, if you are logging in from from outside of South Africa, you will be able to do a USD selection. So it will allow you to actually select your currency. The default selected currency will be Rand, and that's according to FNB. They don't allow us to do it any other way. But you will be able to actually select dollar from a drop down. Yep. So I hope that answers the question. And one, big dollars, buddy. Big dollars. Right. The other cool thing that I want to mention is that if you go to that fun section, for those of you who are hardcore fans out there, you will also see that there will now be a little section called SoundCloud, right? And this is 87. There are at the moment 87 tracks on that SoundCloud, and this is all Battlefield tracks, right? So if you give me a second, I'm gonna click on one, and we're gonna see if it's gonna play on the stream. Yeah. You see, that sort of gets me in the mood.
Epic, right? I want to play now.
So there we go, guys. I'm just gonna stop that for a second. But if you go to the fun section, you will see that there is now a SoundCloud interface there that allow you to listen to the 87 selected Battlefield soundtracks that are on that SoundCloud at the moment. And of course, if you are a registered SoundCloud member, you are also able to go there and download those songs, right? So for our creators out there, the streamers and the guys making videos and that sort of thing, of course, that is also available. So that's pretty cool. And then the last thing that I want to talk about and mention, and this is more in your arena, really, Seeker, is the thing that we've set up recently, and that is, of course, the page's own forum, right?
That's correct. So, yes, guys, all those lovely conversations we've been having on Discord and on Facebook and etc., etc., there is now officially a place on the website where we can go and start discussions and actually talk about Battlefield related stuff. And, if you're having any issues, you can ask questions on there. If you've got some comments, if you want to know something from some people that are playing Battlefield, how do you optimize your settings for vehicles, or how do your different loadouts and things like that, that's the place where you're going to do it.
Yep. So we're not doing away with any of the other channels. Of course, we're just designating specific channels for specific things, and I think maybe it's appropriate to say it that way. I mean, Discord is a nice, sort of quick chat, and trying to organize a game or doing something like that. Facebook is more opinion based, and a good place to share videos and posters and that sort of thing. But of course, there's always a need for some actual discussion around a particular topic. And sometimes to find that topic within something like Facebook or Discord is very hard, because there's
It's
so
very
many.
lost.
Well, there's so many messages that go through, through those two systems. That trying to find something that happened a week or 2 weeks ago is sometimes virtually impossible, right? And this is the objective of a forum, is to not have conversations get lost.
Yes.
Now, the one thing that I have to mention on the forum is that if you are a non-registered member, you will be able to see the forum and will be able to see all the fun things that everyone's talking about. But to actually participate and comment back on the forum, you will have to be registered. So just take that into consideration. Again, if you don't know where to register, you can either click on that pop-up, which I'll show to you again in a second, or you can click on the little registration link here on the top right hand corner, or from the forum directly. There's actually a registration and log on button as well. So I did try and make it as easy as freaking possible for people to be able to join the fun and put down their comments. And of course, again, guys, the objective of the forum is to not have these critical conversations lost, right? Because what we've noticed is a lot of the time on Facebook and on Discord, people will repeat question certain things, right? And then,
Yes.
Sometimes very good responses also get lost. So there we go. The forum is up and running. And again, if you didn't see the pop-up, there it is on your screen. If you go onto the site, that's www.bfclanwars.net, and you are not registered, you can do so by using the little button that's bouncing up and down right now. Oh, and then something else that I wanted to mention.
Yes, I was wondering if you were going to remember.
I don't know. Well, besides that, there's two things, right? There's one thing on the site, and then there's one other very important thing that I have to mention as well. So just the last thing on the site, guys, you will also notice that there's a little live chat button that has also suddenly appeared on the right hand side, and if you click on that, it will actually allow you to live chat with us if we are on the site. Please bear in mind that is administrator dependent. So if an administrator is on the site and you start chatting, it will tell you that the administrator will respond to you shortly. If no one's available, it will also tell you that no one is available. Right, but that is if you are having issues on the website, or you can't find something, or you're looking for something specific. This chat is specifically for the website. It is a one-on-one chat, so it doesn't involve other people, and you can't join more than one person. but it is available there for some assistance on the website as
It's
well.
also good if you guys want to see something on the site that we haven't implemented or something that you think might be cool or the community might enjoy. You can also pop us a message on there and just let us know what your thoughts are.
Yeah,
Some feedback.
very cool, right? So some major updating. There's actually more to come. Just saying.
Yeah.
We can't give away everything all at once.
Yeah, because we're having fun.
Yes, but we've done a lot of work on the back end, put some major things in place. Again, guys, this is obviously all for preparation in terms of how we think it can work better for Battlefield 5. And again, there's some additional functionalities that we're sort of adding every week now for the next probably next 3 to 4, oh maybe 5 weeks is the development cycle that's left. And then yeah, we'll get to show you guys some more interesting stuff, right? So that's on the website. And then,
Yep.
so that is
Ta-da.
4 important announcements down for the night.
Sure.
So that leaves us with one more important announcement, right?
Yes, yes.
So, guys, a couple of weeks ago, we also posted on the Facebook page. We I don't want to say we used to have, because he's still around, but we used to have a league master by the name of Riplets or Royal 9 Seconds, depending on how you knew him. And Rips has informed us that he's got some personal things that he's taking care of, and he's limited in terms of time, and has decided to step back in terms of being the T5 League Master. So we put out some posts, did a little bit of fishing in terms of who has capability and who is able to do that, and of course, who is willing to also assist us, right? And we are happy to say that Londo Bestra has come on board, or Pondo, as most of you probably know him. And Pondo is officially now our T5 League Master, and that is, of course, together with Rox, right? With Homegirl, who
Yeah.
is still our T12 League Master there. So congratulations, Pondo, from our side. Again, thank you very much, actually, for taking up the responsibility and helping us with that. I think it's very cool, and you will be seeing more of Pondo in the coming weeks to come. And of course, also, if you do check out the website for that specific information, because we're making the announcement only tonight, the website will be updated within the next couple of days to reflect that information as well.
Sure.
I feel tired. Right,
That's a lot of
Seeker,
information being thrown at you guys.
over to you for the next 20 minutes. Go.
We got through all the major announcements. I think we're good.
Right, so do you feel like recapping for us what all the announcements were tonight?
Okay, so basically, Underdogs Cup is drawing to a close. We have the final coming up tomorrow night, and that is GSG versus GSE. So Gunslinger Elites versus Gunslinger Girls. Interesting one.
Yes.
And of course, that will be streamed on the YouTube channel that you're on currently. And Yaku will be joined by Pondo and Dragon.
Yeah.
Right, so that's that one. Then in the week of the 8th of July, we'll be having the exhibition match or the charity stream, as we'll now affectionately refer to it. Um, that, of course, is going to be in support of the Arams Kriel Children's House, which we showed you guys a little bit of earlier. And of course, that is in conjunction with the 24-hour charity stream that we'll be doing 27th of July, starting at 10 a.m. and running through to the next morning. And that is with Creators United.
Correct.
Right. And then, of course, all the awesome upgrades we've done. And please, guys, go register on the website. It's not only just so that we can sort of keep you guys up to date with all the nice stuff that's happening and give registered members some exclusive content, some really great deals as well that we're negotiating, prizes, things like that. But also, you're not just a name on a page anymore. So you're not just a name on your clan. You actually now have a physical presence on the website. You can customize your profile picture and all that kind of stuff as well. So it actually gives you a physical presence and a little bit of identity when people are looking for clan members and players. And then of course yes, we've got Pondo, who's now joined us as the T5 League Master.
That's it. You got
Did I
all
miss anything?
5 and in order. I'm very impressed.
I am nothing if not a planner, right?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So that was great. So, guys, if you have joined us tonight, thank you very much for joining the stream. If you are subscribed to the channel, that's great. If you are not subscribed, please give us a like on this video if you like what we're doing. Also, hit that little subscribe button and hit the little bell to get your notifications whenever we go online. I really like doing these recap shows. I mean, again, we haven't done one in 2 weeks because of various PSN issues and rescheduling and match times and all sorts of things. But as I read every day, about new updates and Battlefield 5 and the RSPs coming and, stuff like that, I know that what we're doing at the moment is very much in preparation of the days to come, and it's very, very, very exciting. And then, of course, all the exciting stuff that's happening in the community itself, right? I mean, a lot of focus on charity for the next couple of weeks, giving back to the community. And again, as I said, we're not everyone is as fortunate as everybody else, and if you have the opportunity to play it forward, then
Yes.
you should do that, right? You should do that.
Right.
Great.
Thank you, Yaku, for your awesome production skills in the background and all the work that you do in the background. See, there's a lot of stuff that happens on the website and in the internal running of things that could not be possible without you.
All good. All good. I enjoy doing it, right? So it's great. It's great. Sika, any last thoughts from your side?
Just thank you to everybody who's joined us for the recap show and everyone who's going to watch this later. Great to have you guys here. Thanks for the comments. And of course, don't forget to like the video if you like what we're doing, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, and of course, yeah, thumbs up's always great.
That's it. Get your notifications whenever we go online. All right, that's great. But Sika, thank you for your company again. It's always great doing the recap shows with you. For everybody else who's joined us tonight, thank you very much for watching. Those 5 big announcements are big announcements, but they are big announcements for us as well. We're trying to do some interesting stuff. But from our side, that is what we had for tonight. I'm Yakasal for Battle Bros. See you on the battlefield.